Hey guys, I almost forgot again. I forgot to turn my camera, the volume thing on, the microphone, so I guess maybe now you can hear me. But what I was saying was that, hey, thanks for watching my channel, Escape Art by Scott, and here we are going to do another video for you today, acrylic painting. And the paints are all laid out. My canvas is ready. I'm ready. I know you're ready, so let's you and I do a nice little painting today. All right. So now I got my white paint and I already went across the canvas here with some nice, very light coat of white paint. This helps us to go on a little smoother. This is sky blue color. And I turn my camera off and I do that. You guys don't need to see that. Really, I mean, anybody could do that. If I got to show you how to put white paint on a brush and just go like that, you probably don't need to be painting. Probably don't. But here we go. This is some sky blue color here. And I'm just going to come right up in here and just do this number right here. I don't know, wherever. I have no plans when I'll put my sky blue in. I have no really plans on how that should look. I just go with it. Now I'm going to go into some phthalo blue. And I'm going to come right up in here. Phthalo blue is a little darker than the sky blue, of course, as you can see. And just something like that. And come over here. Leave some little white areas open. Don't cover it all up. Let's come right down here. Something like that. Now, I mean, that's a little dry brush here, and I'm going to go ahead and mist this just a little. When you're doing acrylic, you got to mist it. Oil paint, I started with oil when I first started doing oil painting. And, of course, you don't need to do that with oil, because oil, it'll stay wet. Wow, it'll stay wet for 10, 12 days. So you don't need no reason to spray it. Of course, oil and water don't mix, right? And something like that. All right, I'm going to step back and take a look and see what I got. Guys, I got my sky done. I'm going to come back in here with some a blue color. And I'm just going to put me in a nice little, kind of a small mountain. Very little detail back here. It's going to be so far away. But I needed something in the background here for what I'm about to do. And something like that. This is just old filbert brush. And you can come over here and put another bump there. Something like that. Something like that there. Now the way to do this and make it look like it's in the distance is that when you're putting your mountain in, the mountain almost need to look like the sky color. Whatever sky color you got, you really have need to have that mountain to look something like that. And just like any other, even if I was doing a big mountain, even in these little small mountains, the key is, guys, is that when you're doing your mountains, don't have all your tops of your mountains at the same height. And have different shapes to them. And I think I might, I don't know, I might put a little white in there. I'm going to dip my brush in this little white. Maybe there's a little snow right up in here somewhere. Something like that. I got my mountain there. Now, guys, what I'm about to do is that I'm going to put a valley of trees right through here. And I believe, I'm not an expert on this by any means, okay? But I believe if a valley, you need to have it on an angle So it looks like it's, there's a valley. So like, it's kind of like a V shape, I guess you would call it. But if you can do that, then, that maybe it'll look like a valley. And that's what I'm trying to do. And what I got on my palette is several greens, a dark green. I mixed some green up with some yellow to lighten it up. Threw in a little bit of white. So I got 3 or 4 piles of different colored green here. I even got me some yellow ochre to mix it up. Now I was about to make a boo-boo, but I caught myself, so I'm going to be right back. So I'm about to put my forest right through here, but I wasn't putting no dark color here. I need dark color here because that's going to be my shadow area. And if I was to leave this white, I would have a lot of white showing through my forest, and you don't want that. So I got me some black and some brown here, and yeah, right up in here, right at the base of that mountain. And let's put some mist this so it won't be so difficult. See how easy now it is with that water on there? There, that's the way to do this. There. Maybe I probably should have had this on way before, because now I gotta let that thing dry. Because my green, if you come back with your green paint and start putting it on there, it's gonna pick up some of that brown paint and that black and brown paint you have here, and it's gonna dirty up your brush, and you don't want that, okay? So, let's see here. Well, this gives me a little chance to talk to you a bit about, has nothing to do with art, okay? It has something to do with one of my favorite shows that I like watching. Is and I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the Andy Griffith Show. Okay, and I love watching that. My wife and I, one of my favorite programs, probably one of the best TV shows of all time. But there is I've been watching for so long. It's just curious though how now. I'm going to assume you know who I'm talking about when I say Annie and Barney and Aunt Bee and Opie and all those characters. I'm going to assume that you know what I'm talking about. But how you watch it as long as I have. How in the world did they get onto Opie? For sometimes in those episodes they get onto him about lying. That's all they did with the show was lying. Aunt Bee and Andy and Barney. That's all they did was lie. And Aunt Bee come out of church lying. My goodness, that's all they did. Was lying in that show. And what? That one episode where he got caught skipping school, and he went to the courthouse to get that fishing pole. He didn't want to go fishing. Barney caught him, brought him back to the house. And there Aunt Bee and Andy was in the kitchen. Barney brought him in. They acted like he committed such a horrific crime. The way they looked at him and, Opie, no, don't tell me, Opie. How about just take him outside in the yard and give him a good beating and put some stink on it? That kid ain't done nothing. Ain't nothing that those grown-ups did in that show. Just watch it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? That's all they did was lie, cheat. Andy trying to sell that cannon, making up all kind of lies about that cannon. None of it was true. But yeah, you gonna get on Opie about something? It's just kind of strange how that is. Now, a little tidbits about that show that you might not know. I've recently found out myself was that there's a few episodes where there's a little boy in there. His name was Leon. And he's always eating those peanut butter jelly sandwiches. He's always, offering Barney a bite, Well, actually, that was Opie. You know, of course, Opie was played by Ron Howard. You know, he's a big time director now, a producer now, but that's little Opie's, or you know, Ron. Was his real brother. Did you know that? I didn't know that. You know, and let's see here, Opie's real father played in a few episodes. The episode where Barney, let's see, gave the governor the car, gave the car a ticket, the car for the governor, because he parked in no parking zone in front of that post office. You know, and the driver came out. Well, that was Opie's real father. Sure was. He's in several little episodes. You know, a few of them he was just in the crowd. You know, he just, he made it part of the crowd. You know, whatever. You know, so and another thing is that there's an episode where it's called The Ball Game. That's the episode, Ball Game, and where the town wanted Andy to umpire the baseball game. Well, come to find out, that actually is a true story about Opie's real father. Was they needed him, whatever town it was, they needed him to coach that ball game for him. Now, exactly how did it go down, I don't know, but that was told by Ron Howard, of course, when he was adult. He was asked what was his favorite episode. I believe that he said that's what it was, because it actually happened with his real father. And one more thing, and I'll shut up here. And one more thing is that the guy that Barney thought the guy was coming to town to shoot Andy, because they got into a shooting thing, way back, and Andy wounded him and put him in the hospital. And he sent Andy a letter saying he's going to come down and see him about some things. Well, Barney thought, that was the end of Andy. It was that episode. Well, the actor that played that guy, well, that actually happened to him. Something about he actually was holding up a bank or a store, and in that, the police, shot him and put him in the hospital. Well, that's how that story came about, that episode. So that's little information. But that's all they did with that shows was lie and cheat and steal, and my goodness. They need to correct themselves before they need to correct that boy, Opie. But anyway, I'll get back to the painting. I just thought this painting needed to dry, so I thought I'd share that with you. Alright, I guess this is good enough, dried enough, so I can continue on here. And right now I'm just starting out with some solid green paint, sap green is what it's called. And come right up in here and just start putting in your tree line. Right through here. Again, have it going down on an angle. And it looked like it's a little valley through here. I'm going to have a valley, and I'm going to have me some more close-up trees right through here to make it look more, into the valley. And then I got a little surprise for you, but you're going to have to watch the video. Okay? Something I ain't never done before. I hope it turns out all right. See, now, again, I'm putting in these trees. Well, suppose this was just the white canvas. See, I'll have a lot of white showing through these trees, and that wouldn't look good. This is not a winter scene, all right? Now, if I was doing a winter scene, I might have left it white, for obvious reasons. And just keep on coming right down. Alright. Let's start getting into some color here. And let's get right here. And that's all I'm doing, just tapping, guys. And just tapping, making these little tree marks. And not too distinct, because this, like I said, this is way back in the back here. You know, you can't really hardly tell anything. I want to continue on with this, and let's see here. I'm going to go into just a little bit of yellow ochre. And show you this right here. See how it just pops out? Now be careful of this now. Don't want to get too much of this, because it does stand out quite a bit. But you need that in there, you know, these different colors to, you know, for separation. It shows distance into your painting, and that's the way it's done. And again, let some of this color right here show through. This color right here. Don't cover all that, because that also shows distance. Leaving this showing, changing your values of your paint, all that. Shows a little distance and things in your painting. Keeping that, you know, still going at an angle here. And I'm about to cut off the camera, because this is going to be a little tedious type thing here. So I want to cut off this camera here in a minute. Just to save me some time. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on going like this. And I'm going to fill this all in. So when I come back, that will be all done. Alright? Be right back. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you what I got done so far. I got it coming right through here. Now I thought I might want to come right through here and go at a different angle. And that's what I'm doing now. Just wanted to show you guys that. And show you how far I've gotten so far. Again, still going at that angle. Over here, going at this angle. Alright. I'm almost done with this part here, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm done with this right here, my little forest through here. Now I want to put in some of these trees here. Just some evergreens. And just draw yourself a little line and come at the side of your brush. Your little fan brush, and let's just put these in. And that's all I'm going to do here through here. Just make some just little lines, just to cover some in, something like that. And let's see here. So these, when I get done, I'm hoping it's going to have like a view that you're looking down. And these trees, these are the tops of these trees. I mean, they're big, gigantic trees that go all the way down. But I really wanted this little look right here. Now you're kind of looking on top, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll work out. Yeah, all right. All right, guys. I'm gonna turn off the camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, here it goes. I got my tree line put in here. Got about what I wanted. And but now, this is something I don't think I've ever done before. I'm going to put me a waterfall coming out here, gonna be some land mass or something, and I want to have me some waterfall coming down. Now, normally I always put my waterfall way in the background, but this time I'm gonna put it kind of like in the foreground. I'm gonna start it up here, but let's just see where this thing goes. All right. All right. I'm gonna come right up in here and just do that number. Something like that. I don't know. Like I said, never done it before. And something like that. Then I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to have some water coming off it. Maybe I need to do something like that. Just have some water coming off it, back in here somewhere. And let's just see where this thing goes, all right? Now I'm gonna have me a little, I don't know, a little rock formation up here. And something like that. Of course, I'm gonna have me some greenery around this, so you don't have to be so direct towards it. Something like that. Maybe something right around here. Like that. There. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to charge up the old camera, but I'm back in business now. So we're going to come right up in here. I got me some white paint on a little brush right here, and just come right about here or so, and just let's make some water. Something like that. Just a little. Don't take much here. You can come right down here and put in some more. Just nice little waterfall. Maybe come right out here to the edge. And maybe, right here. Got the old filbert, maybe there's a little bit smaller one right here. And just rub it in. And something like that. Alright, right, coming up right up here. Let's start putting some greenery right up in here. There it is. Yep. And those rocks you put in there, just go right over them. And of course, let some of them show, of course, but that sets your rocks right in to that hill right there. And something like that. You know, I like to have some of this falling down, something like this, coming right down off of that mountain, that hill. One there. Let's come right through here. Try not to have your little ferns or whatever these things are the same length. You know, nature grows every which way. So you should paint that way, in my opinion. Alright, I'm going to be right back. Now, I got a little ferns in here the way I want it. And right down here, where the water's falling, I like to have like, you know, a little misty area. So I come right here with your little brush here and just put in some mist. You know, with all this water falling, I would think that would be some mist way down here. Somewhere. So you can't see behind those trees, you know, there might be a whole lake. You know, there's all kinds of things over this way and all kinds of things over that way. There. Yeah. Something like that. I got me some little brown color, and I just would like to put on just a little touch of some tree bark or so right through here. Not too much. Just here and there. There. I just got me some green on a brush here, on a fan brush, and I just come put in a little greeny right through here on these trees. Just highlight some of these trees. Just do little upward motions. And that one. Load back up. I think it'd be a good little area right through here to put a bird, maybe an eagle or something, some kind of bird. So I'm gonna come right here and put a little bird right there. Alright. Changed out a little bird. I did a bald eagle. Bald eagle is kind of easy to do because, you know, they got the white head and white tail. So all you got to do is the little speck of white for the head, a little speck of white for the tail, and everybody can tell that it's a bald eagle. So that's the way I look at it. Anyway, guys, I believe I'm going to call this one complete. I'm done with it. I hope you enjoyed this one. And go, try it out. And until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves and come back and see me. Again, my name's Scott, and thanks for watching my channel, Escape Art by Scott. Keep hitting that old like button and subscribe to that channel for me. That'll help me keep my videos going. All right, until next time, take care.